I also want to say a few words about Amalek because now is the time that we're erasing Amalek, right? So, what is Amalek? What is the greatest evil in the world? The greatest evil in the world is when you take somebody else's self confidence away. And why is there no peace in the world? Because there aren't enough people who believe in themselves, or there isn't even maybe enough people, one person that believes in themselves that they can bring peace into the world. We don't believe in ourselves that we can bring peace into the world, right? Like that Rebbe who came in and danced with the biggest Russia in the world and brought peace and changed all the plans, right? When we went out of Egypt, what did Amalek tell us? He told us, "You're really cute and sweet. You can go out for freedom for a few weeks, but soon you'll be slaves again." Right? What is our inner Amalek telling us? Remember that Amalek in the Torah and Chassidus is called doubt. Amalek is the equivalent of doubt, self doubting, right? So what does Amalek keep telling us? Amalek keeps telling us, you'll get a job, you'll lose it. You won't really make money on that business. You'll be nice to your children for a couple of days. You'll have shalom bayis with your wife for a couple of days, right? Um, all men are bad. You'll never find a good guy. All women are awful. You'll never find a good wife, right? All those self doubt of life, right? And doubting life. So in history, there were many nations who got freedom, but how long did they feel the freedom inside? So because what is it that we don't believe in true freedom, right? And um, And so many times, Shlomo says, I've been to jails to sing at concerts, and he would already know the convicts there, right? So he would ask, where's Moshe? Where's Hanala? And they would tell them, oh, they went out, but they'll probably be back soon, right? How much should we believe in people that they can really transform? Much should we believe in ourselves that we can really change, right? It's like many times I also talk to people about spiritual transformation versus religious transformation. And so many times I hear people, and I say, really, the our religion is supposed to be the inspiration to spiritual transformation. The religious transformation is important, but it's only the foundation to understand that we can transform spiritually, that we can really change who we are, that we can really become a different person, right? So it's very hard to believe that you can not cook on Shabbat, right? Or not turn on the television on Shabbat if you're really alone, or not call someone on Shabbat, right? But it's only the foundation to understand that you can really get rid of anger, or you can really rid of depression, or you can really get rid of anxiety, or you can really get rid of jealousness, enviness, right? And being envy of people, right? So if you can't believe in yourself that you can keep Shabbat even, how are you going to believe in yourself that you can change fundamentally who you are, right? Here I'm talking about actions, and here I'm talking about really changing who you are, right? So all these mitzvot are supposed to cultivate, right, this energy within me that allows me to really believe that I can change. That so many times I hear people say, I am who I am. This is who I am. I'm genetically like this. My parents were like that, right? Or so many people don't want to get married and have children because they're afraid that they'll be as lousy parents as our parents were, right? So, and it's like, but it's not. We are here to transform. We're here to change. And we're here to erase that Amalek from our lives. This is what, when we say, Machotim Chet Zecher Amalek, erase Amalek from the world, we're saying erase the self-doubt. Erase the self-doubt in yourself, but also erase the doubt in others that, we can. I'm not saying, I don't know if we can go and make peace with the Gazans tomorrow, right? That'd be nice. But we can pray that more of them, and we can believe in them on a spiritual level, and hopefully that will, somehow make a wave of energy, right? Waves of energy that they will try to believe in themselves that they can transform. I don't need to, I need to give them that energy. It doesn't mean that I need to say slaughter me until you change. No, I'm not saying that. It's like there's a gap between the spiritual transformation and the political or the practical ramifications of it, right? But the question is, do I send that energy out there of you can change. You could be like that guy. What's his name? The prince, the Arab prince, the son of the
Prince.
what? The green prince, right? Anybody could be the green prince, right?
Boob or Mom Moob.
Whatever his name, right? Whatever his name is. What an awesome guy. I know a few Arabs who ran away from their dictatorship and decided we're going to be different. I saw a few Yemen guys who ran away from Yemen and are fighting for the freedom of Yemen, right? And are saying, it's like, and I also saw a few Israeli Arabs who are saying, like, it's not about the Jews. It's about the corruption that is within our own society, right? So it's like we as Jews, when we're talking about tikkun olam, when we're talking about fixing the world, part of it is to be who we want the world to be, and part of it is to send that energy into the world that everybody could be the green prince, right? Everybody could change. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't mean that we need to maybe take some particular political actions because of that belief, right? But we need to send that energy into the world that anybody could decide to be free. Anybody could decide to be a good person, no matter what circumstances you were surrounded with. Also, with our hostages, we really need to picture inside our, create that image, like an AI image in our brains, right? Of like really envisioning how they're just escaping those tunnels, right? Really putting Hashem into, what do we call Hashem? One of the names of Hashem is Mesovev Kol HaSibot. Ilat Kol HaIlot, Sibat Kol HaSibot. He's the reasons of all reasoning, right? And he's the transformer of all circumstances. What is the biggest wall, or right, the barrier, wall, chains around our lives? Faith, believing that something is possible, right? Imagination too. And the imagination is what creates that, right? Every good, I don't know, scientific innovation. Where did it start with? It started with, right, with imagination, right? So somebody but was. Faith is believing in the unseen versus right. Believing what you. Right, exactly. So right, you don't need faith to believe that there is a table here because right. You see it in front of you. But before anybody starts you, but faith has to take you. Right. You can't go all the way with imagination. Right. It's not enough. Right. Yeah. Right. But you envision it, right. And then you create it. So the same thing with anything, right? So this is, so the Amalek is the opposite basically of that. Okay. I think Hashem is really showing us now in the world how transformation is possible at the flip of a switch. Right. And the whole energy of the whole planet has changed. It's incredible. Right. Just to remember, Amalek is the great grandson of Esau. He's not from the other